Okay, good morning. This is Robert and Sharon Porter of Team Porter. We are interviewing our special guest that's going to be on October 19th on Clubhouse with us on lessons learned around trucking. So we wanted to interview him a little bit, Rik Childs. He is a health renewal coach or a nutrition coach. So Rik, we wanted to ask you, what is it that we can expect to hear from you as being our guest on Clubhouse?
Well, nutrition, for me is a major part of the health renewal process. It's what helped save my life back in 2016. So, as far as physical fitness, that's a part of it. Your mental, emotional health is a part of it, your spiritual health. All of that is a major part of health renewal. So, but for me, what leads and supports and also what I call harmony, not balance, but what I call harmony is the physical wellness, the physical health. So in order for me to be able to do some of the things that I do now at the age of 58, nutrition plays a big part in it. It helps to, one, keep the energy, helps for recovery, helps for sick illness, keeps me from being sick. I haven't been out sick in probably over 5 years. So that helps to maintain that part of my wellness. So, I do a lot of things when it comes to nutrition, not only for myself, but also for my family. But my main focus is for men, generally 30 to 60, because started for me at the age of 53. I'm 58 now. And at the time, at 53, I was like 311 pounds with a host of health issues, which were a lot weight related issues. So, you get to that place where your quality of life, you're okay with taking the medications, you're okay with doing some of the things that you do. But when you go to sleep in pain and wake up in pain, that's a problem. And inflammation was a big part of that problem, but that didn't come until the end of this process where, like I said, my wife and I joined a boot camp where we lost 188 pounds together in 7 months. And that was done through commitment, consistency, and community. We did it by eating clean and by working out. So just those simple principles saved my life, saved my marriage. It just say I wouldn't be here now speaking to y'all if I didn't have that change, that transformation. And one of the biggest things for me was that I had been down this road many, many times, weight related issues, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. I've done every diet, every video tape, and I probably date myself, VHS, the equipment that came out, all of that you hang your clothes on, but you don't use, all of that stuff. I've been there and done that. So the biggest difference is for me I made it a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It became a lifestyle, and then becoming a lifestyle after losing the weight, I had to realize, because I'm very adamant about health and wellness for Black men, because we go through so much, the stress that we deal with. And then if we're not taking care of our health, it's easy for, our lifespans to be shortened. Mm-hmm. And then just making those types of changes, and it doesn't have to be major, it doesn't have to be major. If you're not drinking water, that's one thing right there. I always recommend when I talk to, my clients and stuff, and I'll tell them, I said, the first thing I ask you, are you drinking water? Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to break down what kind of water and how much. Are you drinking water? And then if I get you on that principle, that, routine, then the other stuff is easy, changing your diet, dealing with, some of the nutrition part of it that will help with your energy, that will help with pain management, that will help with controlling your inflammation. That's one of the greatest things that I've been able to do on this journey is that I can control my inflammation.
Mhm.
You know, I've got bone to bone in both knees, arthritis in both knees.
Mhm.
And if you take and look at my x-rays, it says knee replacement for both knees and my hip. But I can go to my orthopedic doctor and he'll tell me come back in
Mhm.
another year, come back in another year, keep doing what you're doing, come back in another year. Because the biggest thing that gets people is the pain and the discomfort. I
Yes.
don't have that.
That's
You
awesome.
know, I go and I work out hard. You know, I work out with 30-year-olds
Mhm.
and I can do a lot of this stuff now. Don't get me wrong, you still have to eat right. You still have to recover. Recover means ice or massage or something like that. So health and wellness for me is the total package. And I'm lucky and blessed to have a wife that has, you know, that knowledge. She has a spa that I can utilize. You know, I can tap her when I need to know things relating to health and wellness. So we work as a team, Team Childs. We work together and we do this. So it's not, you know, even though I'm here talking, she's a big part of that. She's the reason why this journey started for me. But like I said, my whole family is a part of it. And, you know, when it comes to our nutrition and I wouldn't say diet, you know, I call it a change of eating habits.
Mhm.
And that's the thing that we had to do. And then another thing, you know, that we do, we eat based on our blood type. So a lot of our food that we eat is customized based on how it benefits our bodies.
Okay.
So the way that it benefits our bodies is either it's going to provide as like a medicine, because, you know, God created everything for us to consume,
Yes.
but everybody can't consume the same thing.
That's
You know,
correct.
what may be healthy for me may not be healthy for you.
Mhm.
And what people don't understand and realize is just like a fingerprint, that certain foods may cause inflammation in your body. And if it's causing inflammation in your body and it's consistent, you know, then it's causing issues. You know, that's the precursor to a lot of diseases, a lot of aches and pains that we go through. So you want to be able to minimize that. And that's the thing that I've been able to do for myself, my clients, and also my family, is the fact that I can control the inflammation to the point where it doesn't affect my day to day. You know, I can remember the days of waking up in the morning and having to sit at the edge of the bed and wait for my knees to warm up, you
Mm.
know, because the inflammation was built so much that, you know, you got to wait for it to warm up and you got to be able, and this is what I had to do just to go to work out to be able to lose, you know, 122 pounds. You
Wow.
know, but I went through a lot of that, you know, went through the ice and the ibuprofen. And that's where it changed for me was once I lost the weight, I
Mhm.
said, what is the next step? The next step is to be as healthy as I can be.
Mhm.
So what I tell anybody all day, every day is enlist a team of doctors.
Mhm.
Okay. If you have a general practice doctor, that's a good start right there. Then what I did was I wanted to get off pharmaceutical drugs. So I said I wanted to go holistic. So
Okay.
instead of getting rid of my natural doctor, my general practice, I also had a holistic path doctor,
Mhm.
a holistic nutritionist, and added that team together to be able to give me all the information I needed to be able to make the best decisions. You know, I attacked what was going on with me, you know, even losing the weight. People think, well, when you lose the weight, then that's gain. That's gain, but it's not. The
Wow.
thing is, one, you got to be able to maintain it. Like I said, I've been able to maintain it over a 5-year period, you know. So that comes from having great tools in place like food preparation.
Mhm.
You know, I mentioned before, you know, I call myself the air fry king, but
Right.
that is like a tool. It's a kitchen tool that I use to stay focused,
Mhm.
that allowed me to lose 100, you know, and 22 pounds in 7 months because my food had texture to it. There's nothing worse for me anyway. I'd rather have texture over taste.
Okay.
So an air fryer allowed me to be able to um, eat food that had texture to it, had crisp to it. You know,
Mhm.
I honestly believe, and there's a lot of things that went into it, but I honestly believe if I didn't have that part of it, I probably would have fell off. I probably would have went another direction. But there's a lot of components to it. So, it's so much to it. That's why I call it health renewal, because it's not just working out. It's not just the nutrition, it's the spiritual part of it. For me, your body is is a temple. And I have a saying that, your temple is rented, return it clean. God doesn't create us, he created us to eat certain things and eat from the earth, and when we don't do that, the effects that come with that is the diseases, the aches and the pains that come along. So a lot of folks don't realize and understand that, eating processed foods is a detriment to your system, even though it tastes good, it's convenient, all of that, but it still is doing a disservice to what God gave you, to take care of on this earth. So for me, it goes a whole lot more than just jumping jacks and eating good, clean food. It's a spiritual context to it, because what I was able to do and accomplish in that 5-year period put me in a position to be a men's ministry leader for my church. And I say that as a big badge of honor, more so than just losing the weight, because, I wasn't raised in a church. I'm not, I tell anybody all day, every day, I'm not a pastor, a preacher or a prophet. I'm just a man. But what they saw in me was, how I treated my wife, how I took care of my son, how I, dealt with people, and how I carried myself, every day, the changes that I made, from where I started and where I'm at now, the consistency, the commitment, that's there, allowed them to be able to see that and trust in me and say, look, we want you, to lead our men. So I lead the men in this ministry based off of the physical health side. The spiritual health is still there, but I do it from a physical health side. Go to your doctor's appointments, move every day, eat right, drink water, because that's what saved my marriage and allowed me to be able to cover my wife and my family correctly. When you get, I call it, when you have all that noise around you, the noise around you is that pain, that discomfort. All of that stuff is going on around you allows you to say, well, hey, I'm not going to take the trash out right now because my knees are hurting. I'm not going to, take that to-do list my wife asked me to do because I just ain't feeling it. My head, it's emotional and the mental part of it. All of it, is synchronized. All of it supports each other. And we don't realize that as men. I just said that today on Clubhouse, that there's, it bothers me because a lot of men come to me and will ask me what to do. I tell them and they still don't do it, or they start and then they stop. And I know it's hard for some folks. I know it's hard for people to be consistent, but, to me, the greatest thing that you can do is take care of your health so that you can take care of others. So that's just the, a big part of what health renewal is for me, definitely for me. So.
Yeah, that's outstanding, Rick. That is. And as you talking now, I personally myself was thinking of the journey that I've been through and the journey right now that I'm going through. And I guess the hardest thing for men is the focus part of what they have to do. Is because as men, it's just so many challenges that come against us throughout the day, and we lose sight. We can easily lose sight. And it's good to have something or someone to remind you that of where you are. So that's why when a lot of men start, they get off because they lose sight. And the part of being busy is more important than nurturing while you're busy. We easily, fall. I know with me, I've done that as well. Gotten on, falling off, Now I'm at the point I need to get back on again, because because I'm in that truck, I don't get a chance to move around like I should. But whenever I park that truck, you better bet I'm getting out walks. You know, I don't drink as enough water as I should, but you know, I keep hearing it, you know, and that's amazing. The one thing about God that I love so much is that he constantly reminds you, to anybody. You hear it over and over and over and over again through different vessels of certain things. I can't tell you how many times I've heard I need to drink water. You know, so I mean, it's not only coming from my wife, but it's coming from my, oh yeah, you need to drink water. I mean, it's just amazing. So right there, I've gotten sensitive enough to know that, yeah, guess what? Robert, you need to drink water. You need to drink more water, you know. So, you know, I'm working on that. I'm gonna start working towards that more, you know. But man, I'm really looking forward to having you on Clubhouse with us, because you know, what you just said, within this period of time, you added great value to me just by listening to you, you know. And with us being in the truck, you know, I mean, it's so many, how can I put it? That the environment doesn't spell success for your health. The trucking environment, it does not spell success. That's something that you're going to have to fight for. You're going to have to work hard at it on purpose, because I tell you, it's nothing in that environment promotes good health or wellness. And see, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I know the biggest part of it is a mindset. You know, we have to change that mind, you know. And what you said, man, was just priceless. Of some serious gems that you was giving out. And so I'm looking forward to you being on Clubhouse with us, man. I'm ready to rock with this, man. This is just awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and rock out with us on Clubhouse, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. So I look forward to you coming on as well, because as me being, since we drive team, you know, he drives on the day, I drive at night. So it's harder for me or it's easier for me to make an excuse to say, well, I don't want to get out of the truck because it's dark, or, you know, for safety reasons or what have we. So it's things that I could probably do in the truck, hopefully without waking him up. Or, you know, just like I said, on purpose to be able to do that. So we definitely look forward to you joining us October 19th on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. East Coast time. So thank you for, you know, taking this time out to speak with us. And, you know, everyone, I hope that you do join us on Clubhouse, because Rik will add a lot of value to us as truck drivers on how we can, you know, get healthy, stay healthy, and maintain being healthy out on the road.
Well, you know, another thing too, if he did it, we can do it.
Absolutely.
You know, so yeah, if he did it, we can do it. And then I know that he will probably be available for questions and stuff after that. And even if you want to join his coaching, come a part of his team and work out and be accountable. You know, he's going to give that information as well on Clubhouse of how you can connect with him, you know, and to be able to start working towards a healthier life and a stronger life. So, Rik, we really appreciate, man, you being with us for this short period of time, man. I just like to take you and put you in my pocket and carry you with me. Oh man, yeah, boy. You know, so I mean, praise God for you, man, and you know, you and your wife. You know, peace and love to y'all both. And from Team Porter, our heart to y'all's. God bless y'all. And man, I guess we will see you soon, huh?
Yeah, and we'll see everyone on Clubhouse.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
All right.